Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that must mean it's time for another Food for Thought Friday. Alright, so once again, I'm looking at the research on happiness at work. It's a little bit of a rabbit hole that I've fallen down here, and this week I'm examining the causal relationship between happiness at work and innovative work behavior. One of the large questions that this research seeks to answer is, does happiness at work lead to increased innovative work behaviors? Now, this week I'm pulling from an article titled Happiness at Workplace on Innovative Work Behavior and Organizational Citizenship Behavior Through Moderating Effect of Innovative Behavior. That is an absolute mouthful, but as always, I'm going to give a link to the article down below. You can check it out yourself as well. I'm going to put a screenshot of that first page somewhere here on the screen. Now, in 2023, this paper came out. In preparing for this paper, of course, there's research that's done. That's the whole point of the scientific pursuit. You do research, you publish the research, you make it part of the larger pool of knowledge. So the paper came out in 2023, but for this research, there were four researchers. It's not a very clear way to speak. But for this, there were four researchers who examined the following 6 hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, happiness at work has a positive impact on innovative work behavior. So they wanted to test the hypothesis to see, is this true or is this just an unsupported hypothesis? Hypothesis 2, happiness at work has a positive impact on organizational citizenship behavior. And again, organizational citizenship behavior, or OCB as it's often referred to, is simply that extra discretionary effort that you put into your role just because you feel or you perceive that you are a citizen of the organization. You want to go above and beyond. It's not mandated, it's not dictated, it's not even usually measured, but it's that extra discretionary effort that you put in. So hypothesis 2 was that happiness has a positive impact on that OCB, the organizational citizenship behavior. Hypothesis 3, organizational citizenship behavior has a positive impact on innovative work behaviors. Hypothesis 4, happiness at work has a positive impact on innovative work behavior as mediated by organizational citizenship behavior. Now, if you're not sure about or you're not familiar with the concept of a mediating variable is simply one that explains the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. So, in this hypothesis number 4, the independent variable is happiness at work. The dependent variable is innovative work behavior. It's dependent on the happiness variable, and this dependent relationship is explained by organizational citizenship behavior. Hit pause, go back, rewind. I'm going to try to give a graphic here on the screen, but if that didn't make any sense, go back and try to catch that one more time. But to unpack this one step more, the hypothesis is that happiness at work increases OCB, which also in turn increases innovative work behaviors. But without the OCB, without the organizational citizenship behavior, the happiness would not increase innovative work behaviors. So it's kind of like the channel, or it's the medium through which this relationship operates. Okay, that's the mediating effect. So I hope that helps. Hypothesis 5, happiness at work has a positive impact on innovative work behaviors as moderated by an innovative organizational culture. Now, if you're not sure, you're not familiar with the concept of a moderating variable. A moderating variable is the mechanism which determines the actual strength of the relationship between the independent and the dependent variable. So, in hypothesis 5, the independent variable is happiness at work, the dependent variable is innovative work behavior, and the strength of this dependent relationship is moderated by an innovative work culture. And then they had hypothesis 6 that they were testing for. Organizational citizenship behavior has a positive impact on innovative work behavior as moderated by an innovative organizational culture. Now, the researchers have used a model of happiness which consists of both subjective well-being and objective well-being. And I'm going to quote from the paper here. I'll just read it. Opening quote. Subjective well-being is ascertained by people's self-evaluation of life satisfaction and happiness, while objective well-being is influenced by income, education, health, and other material and social resources that improve personal welfare, end quote. So according to this framework, it's not enough to be paid well, to be highly educated, and to be healthy, with a variety of resources to improve your personal welfare. To be happy, an individual must also have a positive evaluation about their life circumstances, and to some degree, that's a function of the personality trait neuroticism, which is the tendency toward negative emotion. All right, so we've all heard that money doesn't buy happiness. Kind of grow up with that mantra. Money doesn't buy happiness. But according to this two-factor framework of happiness, subjective well-being and objective well-being, the absence of money, right? Money doesn't buy happiness, but the absence of money, the absence of education, the absence of health and other material resources, the absence of these things can decrease perceptions of subjective well-being. Okay? And I suppose that this is related to social comparison, right? Most likely. I think that's probably how this works. So as an example, if my closest social comparison group has a lower average income or education or health even, I'm not as likely, I suppose, to probably compare with them and then have a lower level of satisfaction of my own condition in life if I've got lower levels of those things, because hey, we're all about on par, we're all equal with each other, we're all low in wealth, we're all low in education, and so I'm satisfied in my lot. I'm no better or worse off than my peers, we'll say. Okay, so I think that's kind of how that works with the social comparison. Okay, but let's jump back to the research, because that's sort of a side tangent. Now the study, to study these 7 hypotheses, the researchers issued a self-report survey to 500 randomly selected university lecturers. 383 of these reports, of these surveys, were actually completed and returned, and that's a response rate of 64.2%, which is considered on the high side for self-report surveys. So that's pretty decent. So let's look at the results. And here's what they found. So, reading from the paper itself again, opening quote, the empirical outcome. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the data that they got from their study. Okay, go back. Empirical outcome denoted significant and positive happiness at work, innovative work behavior, linkages. So, significant positive relationship between happiness at work and innovative work behavior, happiness at work and organizational citizenship behavior, and organizational citizenship behavior and innovative work behavior links, right? Which supported hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3, closing quote. So that might not be necessarily surprising. Hypothesis 1, 2, and 3 were supported by the research. And again, hypothesis 1, happiness at work has a positive impact on innovative work behavior. Maybe not surprising. Number 2, happiness at work has a positive impact on organizational citizenship behavior. Maybe not surprising. Hypothesis 3, organizational citizenship behavior has a positive impact on innovative work behaviors. Probably similarly not overly surprising. Okay, but check this out. Opening quote. The innovative organizational culture moderated, remember what that means, the happiness at work effect on innovative work behavior, which supported hypothesis 5, and the organizational citizenship behavior, the effect on the innovative work behaviors, supported hypothesis 6. The essentiality of innovative organizational culture depends on its significant role in motivating employees to generate novel ideas and engage them in creative activities. From the lecturer's perspective, the innovative organizational culture in their university increased innovative work behaviors, risk-taking activities, and the preparedness to embrace novel practices and techniques. Potentially improve lecturers' innovative work behaviors in producing new concepts and enhancing the delivery of digital teaching. End quote. Maybe I'll try to unpackage that a little bit. So here's the takeaway. Here's the big deal. Happiness at work leads to increased organizational citizenship behavior. That's good. It's very good. Happiness at work also increases innovative work behavior. That's also good. And yes, organizational citizenship behavior also increases innovative work behaviors. That's also good. But, and here's the caveat, only insofar as the culture, the organizational culture, recognizes, rewards, and encourages innovation. I'm going to scroll back up on my screen, on my notes, and read this again. Happiness at work increases innovative work behaviors. Organizational citizenship behavior increases innovative work behaviors, but only when the organizational culture supports innovation. Okay? So if the culture doesn't support innovative practices, the organizational culture doesn't actually support innovation, then all efforts to increase happiness for the sake of the anticipated benefit of increasing innovation are going to be highly disappointing. Right? So again, are we pouring resource into increasing happiness, thinking that the benefit, one of many benefits is, well, we're going to get more innovation, more innovative problem solving, more innovative thinking? Are we doing that? Because if we're doing that, but the organizational culture does not actually support, recognize, and reward innovation, then it's not going to give us the expected outcome, and we're wasting our time and we're wasting our money. And that's why I honestly feel like this stuff matters. It comes down to dollars and cents. It comes down to our investing of our time and our money. So, does happiness lead to innovative work behaviors and increased problem solving? Maybe. If the culture supports it. And if not, then it won't. So there we go. Now you know. Hope that helps. Follow me for more.